So, if you could tell us a bit about the Gulf states, how these monarchies came to be established, and why there's some sort of imperial triangle going on between them and Israel.
So all of the Gulf monarchies were created back in the 1900s after World War One, when the British and whatnot were slowly parsing and breaking up the
Ottoman Empire.
yeah, they're breaking up the Ottoman Empire, creating what the Arabs used to call as the joke states. Um,
The French
Iraq,
states.
that's
Okay,
what we
or
used to call them, the joke states, because
mhm,
you look at them, their territories don't make sense, especially like Iraq and Syria, where they're literally designed so that they'll be fighting over like who owns what and all that. You know, you design these states not to be functional. And the next step was every single one of them was created as a monarchy. Okay. And the monarchs, they all have been loyal from the get go to the West because the West
mhm,
put them in power. Britain, France, gave them power. Then it was the Americans that stepped in afterwards because after World War II, you started having the rise of Pan Arabism and you had what was the socialist wave,
mhm.
where the Baathists came into power and started arguing for one continuous state. So, of course, who's going to be against that? The monarchs, because they know that they're going to get thrown out.
Mhm.
What happens is that Israel kind of becomes the greatest friend of the monarchs that they could have because it's the Ba'athist states, the socialist states, that are largely anti Israel. The Lebanese, when it was a Christian country, it was against the foundation of Israel. Okay. But anyway, the monarchs have always had backdoor dealings and all that with the Israelis.
Mhm.
And moving to 2016, they finally decided it seems that the Palestinians are defeated. Nothing's going to happen. We'll have the Abraham Accords. Okay.
Mhm.
Because at this point, the Ba'athist Party in Iraq are gone. The Egyptians, they're literally ruled by a military junta. There's no real Arab force for Palestine. None.